Welcome to Mind Prosperity, and at Mind Prosperity we believe that where your mind goes, your life follows. Now, this video is for people that are for people who are, believing for something great, because I do believe, when it comes to our minds, we must have a great expectation for things. But a lot of times when we have a great expectation for things, it sometimes feels like life is going a bit south. So I'm going to speak to you about, or I'm going to give you guys 7 things that shows that you are close to a breakthrough. So, when you experience, I'm not saying necessarily you're going to experience, you have to experience all 7 of them, but if you're experiencing a few of them, it will show that you might be going in the right direction. But I just want to place emphasis on this again. It does start with your mind. It does start with your mindset, and having a good expectation is always a great thing. Last night I watched the latest Spider-Man movie again. I think it was called No Way Home or something like that. And there's this girl called MJ, and she said, expect to be disappointed and you'll never be disappointed. And a lot of people live their lives that way, expect to be disappointed and you'll never be disappointed. And I think at the end of the movie, Spider-Man or Peter Parker said to her, I should expect to be disappointed, right? And she said, no, go kick some ass or something like that. So it's kind of like she changed her thought about it. So I want to encourage you not to have bad expectations. I want to encourage you to have good expectations, even if bad things happen sometimes. In the midst of that, have good expectations, have positive expectations. So number 1, you move from your ego self to your higher self. You move from your ego self to your higher self. So what is your ego self? Your ego self is that part of you that wants to kind of like satisfy you, but in an unhealthy way. And I always speak about the ego self as the part that wants to cover up your insecurity. So it's all about flashy cars. It's all about, showing off to the people out there because you want people to love you. But your higher self is not someone that does what he wants to do out of insecurity. It's not concerned about what people think of him or her. The higher self wants to do good for the world out there. So the higher self is more one that's already satisfied. The ego self is one that's never satisfied. So moving from the ego self to the higher self means you're getting to this place where you're like, it's not about all these external accomplishments anymore, but it's more about my calling and what I want to achieve. It's not about so much the self anymore. It's more out of a place to do good to the world and to be true to my calling. And like I said, the ego self is never satisfied, where the higher self does it out of a place of expectation. So if you come to the place where you're like, it's not about satisfying the ego anymore, it's about really making a difference and really fulfilling my calling. That's the first sign. And number 2, letting go and trusting. Now this is the opposite of striving. So people who strive and strive and strive and strive the whole time, that's where the difficulty comes in. But when you let go and you trust, this is where the breakthrough starts to happen. There's something we always say, let go and let God. And if you get to that place where you feel like, I'm letting go and I'm trusting, this is a sign of being close to a breakthrough. Number 3, you experience a fall. And this is where it's important to to stay strong and to still have a good expectation. And I do believe, that this can be a test from God, and I'm not necessarily saying God is causing it, but a lot of times before a major breakthrough, you do experience a fall in some areas. And I do believe also the reason you experience a fall in some areas is some of the things that's not part of your breakthrough is falling away. Elizabeth Kubler-Ross said, if you shield the mountains from windstorms, you will never see the beauty of the carving. So a lot of times storms and things are necessary for us to go into our breakthroughs, because I do believe it's shifting things away that's not part of our destiny. Number 4, many things start to shift suddenly. So you just feel like a sudden shift. People who have been part of your life for long, situations that have been part of your life for long, is not there anymore, and suddenly there's a shift to some new thing. So it shows that something new is about to happen in your life, where you experience sudden shifts in certain areas. So this shouldn't make you scared. This shouldn't make you worry. This should be just something that indicates to you that something is happening. Number 5. Persecution and gossip. So a lot of people might start persecuting you, saying bad things about you, starting to gossip about you, and it might make you very nervous. It might cause you to question yourself a lot. And I do believe this is also a test, because the way you handle it will show where your character is. And a lot of these things is not just character building, but character testing, to test where your character is. Number 6, unexpected opportunities. And I also say with this, don't cling to one plan. So there's like a lot of opportunities that come, and I think it's very important to have the correct discernment to know which opportunities are right and which opportunities is just a distraction. But a lot of times, unexpected opportunities will come. There's a great book called Who Moved My Cheese? I think that's the right title, Who Moved My Cheese? And it's kind of like, a lot of times the thing that you think is going to be the thing that's going to get you there moves, and sometimes something else is used. So it does feel like there's a move, and there's like these unexpected things happening, and therefore it's important not to cling only to one plan. And number 7, before I get there, please subscribe to this video. We're trusting to get to 1,000 subscribers, and your subscription can truly help us. Number 7, random connections. So, things happen, somebody phones you, quickly come pick this up, or, somebody is late for an appointment, or things happen that's kind of like not planned. And because of the unplanned situations, you meet people, you're connecting with people, and these people are people that I call destiny helpers. They are people that will help you to get into your destiny. So when you see you are making these random connections that you didn't really plan for, that's kind of like an indication that you might be close to a breakthrough. So I hope this helped you. I hope this encouraged you. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to speak to me personally further, if you want to do coaching with me, if you want to know more about our material, please send me an email. My email address will be on the screen. Would love to talk to you. Or also feel free to go visit our website, and our website will tell you more about Mind Prosperity. The website address will also be on the screen. Thank you so much for watching from Mind Prosperity. We love you, and we're excited to see you soon again. Goodbye.